So you're absolutely right. The new product is called Insure, and it is basically a new take on the directory. So it's a truly intuitive search that would allow a broker. It's designed completely and specifically for brokers to be able to search for specialty and niche markets.
Okay.
So we're aiming to have every provider in Canada that plays in specialty and niche. We have the larger carriers, but we're not listing all of their offerings. We're only listing the specialty offerings.
And what do you consider specialty?
We're asking them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we're finding that definition really hard with some of the, the Zurichs of the world, where they really do have such a wide variety.
Generally, specialty is directors and not management liability, professional liability, anything cyber, environmental.
Yeah.
Yet, if you go to Intact and talk to them about their new specialty strategy, it includes maybe one of those five.
Right.
And includes niche.
Yeah.
So
we definitely, I will have to be honest that our definition is a bit broad. We're working with what brokers are considering, are telling us
what they want.
Okay. So specialty niche, hard to place, the things that they are considering to be non-standard, the things they don't see every day.
Non-standard.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that as once we launch, and we're looking to launch middle of October, granted nothing horrific happens.
That makes much more, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're going to see how the market responds, and depending on how, what brokers are saying they'd like to see in there, we're probably going to respond more to cater to what brokers are looking for, rather than what markets say.
Sure.
Is their specialty, etc.
So this competes against that hard copy thing that I get from Canadian Underwriter.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. There are a couple online offerings right now. We don't think that they're very good. And what we're hoping to do is really bring a consumer experience, search experience to the broker world when it comes to the search and evaluation of those products.
Okay.
So to begin, I have just some general scenarios just to make it sound a little bit more realistic. So some of them may not be exactly relevant, but you may need to hear me a little bit.
Okay.
So the first is you've already signed up for an Insure membership, but you need to sign in with the following details.
Okay.
And again, if you could talk out loud as much as possible, just what you're thinking, that would really be helpful.
So you want me to do this right now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Got it. I don't know how to type. See? I told you. Sorry about that. Just two. Okay.
Any comments on that process?
No.
No? Okay. It's what you would have expected.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, so to begin with, feel free, in between these tasks to click around if you like. What we're going to do next is to perform a search. So the scenario we have is a potential client that's coming to you with a biomass facility. Perform a search for, what you would naturally search for to search for a product.
Did pretty well there.
Yeah. Any comments on, what you were expecting to see, this particular page? The response time.
Can I click through?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
What are those? Applications. Got it. Where are you getting these applications?
Directly from the companies. So we are working with every...
So as they update their applications, they need to remember to send it to you.
Yeah, and we have a...
I guess F is forms.
F is fact sheet.
Fact sheet.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. We should have on the listing page, we have a hover over feature, so that when you hover over the A and the F, it tells you.
Then I know whether they.
It's not showing up on
fact
the
sheet.
one. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So we also have a full-time research team that is we're not relying only on the companies to send us that, we're also going to them on a 3-month basis to check, what's new, what's different.
That's nice, eh?
Yeah, I mean, is this what in terms of what you see here, is this what you would want to see in a listing? Is there anything else on this first page that you hope to see to determine whether to click into it further?
Just give me a sec here.
Yeah.
I need to look at another one. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to determine, like, I know, like, can they do all lines? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What we do have,
like, look, see, like, this is, well, that's okay, because I searched energy.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, because I wanted to get, if I searched biomass, that's very narrow,
yes.
Right? Yeah. And so I knew to search energy when you told me biomass, right? Yes. So, like, these guys only seem to do, let's ignore the biomass thing for a second. They're only doing business interruption and international, which is strange, mm-hmm. but I'd like to be able to somehow see quickly on this point, okay,
right.
that, okay, well, if these guys can only do the property, then out.
Yeah.
Or the, right, just a quick list underneath,
mm-hmm. Okay.
right?
Yeah. What would you call that? You know, when the type?
Lines of coverage.
The lines of coverage, okay.
See, that's good. Mm-hmm. See, and then, like this, what you call coverage,
mm-hmm.
lines of coverage, somehow having that
on that first page.
Page, so you know, because the target class is going to be so changeable across all of them. You're going to have to click through to see that.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm getting this.
Now, if we were to be able to, instead of listing it underneath here, just because it's space,
like a hover over.
Or would you ever use an advanced search where you then be able to see?
No,
you wouldn't.
That's just at me.
Yeah.
I rarely use advanced search.
Okay.
Unless, boy, is it going to have to be really, really important to me.
Right. Okay. No, you're not the.
I couldn't be the only one.
I think that you're in the majority. You are in the majority. There are one or two people who love the advanced search, but I think that actually the majority of people prefer to click through and see themselves.
Yeah, an advanced search, you know, I get it. It's very nice, and I'm sure it's slick. But when you're actually going at the speed of light trying to do this,
because you don't want to think about.
Don't let me think about it. Exactly.
Advanced search. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, like just in the back of your mind, if you were to look at this about how we're generating the results? You know, is there anything that if you seeing this for the first time, you know, do I answer any questions for you? Through the site, you know, you have like a little pop-up help or whatever.
No, the help, I think it's intuitive enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't.
You can click into those if you like.
That's right. I know what they look like. It's making sure that those are current.
Yeah.
Right? But I said that already, I think.
Mm-hmm. Would something like last updated be valuable to you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Because we keep those records in terms of our auditing schedule on the back end. But
sure.
You know, it's probably just as easy for us to display it if it's valuable.
And it's just as easy to send me to the particular page on their website with all their applications. And then I know for sure that it's the current one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great. So just a couple other searches just to see how you use the search. We're looking for drone insurance.
Well, that's good that when I put in drone, the UAV stuff comes up. That's good.
Yeah, we have we're building out a database of a thesaurus that's specialized specifically for this.
Where's Intact for this?
We may not have, right now what we're doing is the only people who are listed are those who who are providing us fact sheets. So we have, I think, about 1,600 fully filled out profiles right now. and it could be that intact. I'll check on
Hasn't done it.
but hasn't done it.
There you go.
Or hasn't given it to us, but yeah. Okay, great. Any comments on this, what you would expect?
No, that's what I'd expect to find.
Okay, great. The last one, I mean, you can use one of your own if you have a particular client that you think of in mind. One that we've come up with is just, aunties in fine arts, and maybe looking for something in that area. What would you search for? Interesting. It won't take me on.
Boolean, it's not working.
Yeah.
My fear is that if I go fine art, then I end up with fine in other contexts.
Right. Yeah. Let's see
What comes up? Yeah. Okay.
I know that the search, based on the technical guide, they're looking at phrases first. So if it is being put in as a phrase, if they're looking for that first before they match individual words.
Got it.
Yeah.
Misunderstood. That's hilarious what they call it.
Yeah.
Realty. Why is this coming up?
So what it would be matching against
something on the fact
sheet. So what we're doing is we're indexing. We have an editorial team that's putting these summaries together. They're reading every fact sheet and pulling out the key points. What we're also doing is that so that we get everything that we miss, it's also indexing every trade on the fact sheet. So what I found is that some of the titles of a particular product are quite misleading. They may actually do offer the coverage, but they maybe called something really, really generic. Or something actually, sometimes it's actually quite
like this is all like that and that is insurance for fine arts, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are actually personal insurance, and you can't buy the fine arts separately.
Yeah.
Right? The jeweler's block, I don't know why it's related, right? Which they already have fine arts. They must include on their fact sheet both.
One of the things that we are struggling with a bit is the context in the use of some of these terms and the contextual application.
I would. It's interesting because I actually don't use these. It's rarely that I use that directory, but that's because you saw how long I've been in the business, so that right?
You would know most.
So I would probably be able to. So it's really the person who doesn't have experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't have access to in the office experience and needs to get something out there fast.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think they've got enough names here to be able to do exactly that.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're hoping. I mean, that is definitely who we're talking with. This is designed not for the broker that has, like yourself, been in the industry for decades, that has been working with many of these companies for, what you have up there is
the onboard computer.
Yes. But
this would allow somebody like a newbie who wants to deal with a client's fine arts collection to be able to get to who they need to get to.
Yeah.
Right. And AXA should be here. How is it determining who gets listed first?
It's based on relevance. So we have we're matching on about seven different fields. One of them is the name, the name of the product, target class, if it's actually specified in target class field. It's also matching on coverage. So if the line of coverage matches, it's matching on.
Now it's getting way out there.
Yeah, so these ones would be matching. So your question about fine art.
Like the fact sheet on their industry edge for real estate, the fact sheet will include sublimate for fine arts. So I know why that's coming up.
Yeah.
With a kid, no.
So that's how it's determining rank.
I would go to a very enthusiastic insurer. For example, AXA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd go to AXA and say, if you want to have an ad at the top anytime, right?
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, that will be the one that the newbie picks.
Yeah. We do have so obviously on the demo that we're working on right now, I don't have it activated, but that is one of our, it's going
like
to be
the way Google.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be based on basically the AdWords model. So if AXA can buy that top spot
for fine art in specifically.
Yeah, and what we would do is we are going to be making sure that they can then submit their 25 words of the thesaurus that basically is going to be and synonyms. So if anybody searches anything related to, it's still going to come up on top, and those will be paid, and there will be sponsored or featured, or and it will have a little bit of a.
Because that's helpful.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. The next what we're doing is we're going to find a company. So the scenario is you've got a restaurant client, person with a hospitality risk. You, however, prefer to work with a certain list of companies. Okay. And you can tell that they do hospitality. Imagine that you were a broker that had never worked with April. Is there anything else on this product profile that you want to see? This is just placeholder text we pulled from their website, but.
No.
That is everything that you need to know.
Mm-hmm. That's the. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how they can get a person.
Yes. Yeah. And so on the back
end. And is there a commitment as to return contact?
Yeah. So we're staffing up not just the research team but also a customer service team to make sure that every single we have a database of contacts for every specific company.
So that you will be able to.
Linked to the specific. So we have a guy who's doing what is this contractors?
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that followed up on. As best we can. So we're going to call the company and make sure that they got the email.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be done with an inquiry. If we were to go back into one of those, let's just say, you can pick anyone. Download a product application, locate and download a product application. Great. You don't actually have to download it. So these are in the exact format that the company's providing. Some of them are fillable, some of them are not. We're looking just between you and I, we're looking at the stage 2. We're working with we're looking to work with Expert Doc to see if we can create electronic versions of all of the forms.
Why isn't this going? Oh, because it's Word documents. It goes funny. I hate the Word ones. On the other hand, they're more fillable for the average Joe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong window, but. Okay.
So that's pretty much it. Any comments on the site? Is there anything anything in terms of the usability, things that you found surprising that didn't work well?
No, I feel like that works. Keeping it current is going to be absolutely key.
Yeah.
And and making sure that all insurers participate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you know that a big guy hasn't, then you're always going to be going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? But assuming that's the case, that's way better than that. Than the book.
Yeah.
Like we keep that book in the center, but I think it gets touched 3 times a year, if that.
I mean, and the minute that it's published and printed, it's out of date.
Yeah.
And I know, we've done a significant amount of research, me myself, is that I know that a lot of the companies, they tick everything, but they don't do everything. So they say they do everything.
I know.
It's not true. And that's been
comes through in the fact sheet. So that's good. I think the last time I looked at that book was Appraiser's E&O.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we know that we don't have every product, and we may not even have we have every company that
But
we
still,
know
it
of.
means I can get it placed.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. But what we're doing right now, from now until launch and after, we're meeting with every single company to really get them to give us this information, because without their fact sheet, they will not be included, or without the basic information, because we're not willing to list shell companies, shell listings, where it's just the type of listing, because it doesn't have a group at all. So it is working on something.
This is good.
Okay, that's good to hear. We have a quick post survey. Just if you could be as honest as possible in terms of what your thoughts were.
I'm good.
Great, thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. That's neat.
I will. You'll be the first to know. The brokers that test with us will be the first to know when we launch. We're looking at October 17th, just in time to get IBAO.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not in town to the IBAO.
Oh, you're not.
Well, I'm a member of an international broker that week.
Oh.